Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Koala,
and Bear,
and welcome back to another episode of Trial of Light. So, last episode, I feel like I'm like doing a Dragon Ball Z intro. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Anyway, so last episode, we got a new friend, and he has a bunch of skill points. So.
wow, look at all these orange upgrades.
Yeah. The reason why I stacked this one a lot is because I wanted the level 2 defend. With every so often there's like a 2-star, and later on there'll be 3-star skills, and when you raise them to that level, then they become exponentially better.
I see.
So, oh yeah, I have to. What the, oh. I missed too. Oh, I keep remembering stuff that I need to do. Alright, so.
Hang on, everyone.
So anyway,
All
after
right.
that long exchange, all I did was just change around everyone so they had some sort of water resistance, because a lot of the enemies in this dungeon are water related.
It's been a pretty good
Water
2 minutes
elements.
and 30-something seconds.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll cut it.
Alright.
So yeah, so we got a new enemy. We got a new spider.
Oh, another spider. You know, I ran out of ideas right when I named the first one.
Well, you can't. This isn't the same species as Peter Parker or Peter Griffin.
Yeah, no, remember I called Charlotte.
Oh yeah, you called it Charlotte.
Charlotte, yeah. You want to? I mean, we can call it Peter Parker too. That could be the second name, because the first one was, you know, I was gonna go with Charlotte's Web. If you like that, we can go with it. By all means.
We'll keep with it.
Alright, we'll keep it.
Yes.
Boom.
So yeah, I should probably change it so she's not fire.
Yeah.
Because everything in this dungeon is water, and water is weak to lightning.
It's like when you try to use like flamethrower on
A Squirtle.
Yeah, Squirtle.
Like a Charmander against a Squirtle, which
Yeah.
inevitably always happens, considering that your opponent in OG Pokemon always picked the Pokemon that was opposite your type, because
Yeah.
he was a douche.
And then I realized
Nugget.
at
We have to get out of here.
calm down, master your fear.
There are only a few and a half of us. You could just disappear. What a bitch. I don't know why. He's good the rest of the, spoilers. He's good the rest of the story, but at this point he's such a as my dad would equate him to Frodo from Lord of the Rings. Because my dad, I know you haven't watched Lord of the Rings, Bear, but essentially he's just like, he's pretty much a helpless hobbit in a sense.
Right.
So he's going on this journey because he's the only one who could get rid of the One Ring. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
So, my dad, I asked him, we were watching Lord of the Rings when I was on TV, and I said, Dad, why aren't we watching that? He's like, I'd rather watch nothing on TV. I'd rather turn off the TV, not watch anything, than watch Lord of the Rings. And I said, why? And he goes, I hate that little guy. And my family's Persian, they speak Farsi, so in Farsi my dad says, essentially, roughly translates as saying, it's like, yeah, the little piece of shit keeps falling on the ground and I hate it. It's just like, alright. I mean, it's true, like, he's constantly on the floor, he's like constantly falling, constantly tripping over himself, like, so I can't really blame my dad for, like, getting annoyed by that.
That's funny.
But it's especially funny considering that, like, he's supposed to be the main character. He's supposed to be like the hero of the tale, and
right.
He's just like this helpless little hobbit. Just like, all right.
Helpless little. That's funny. You use it.
Oh,
in
help!
that
Because
like, you know,
for that.
yeah. You know, you call someone a hobbit. That's already an insult in itself.
I mean, is it? Well,
be.
yeah. I mean,
Have you ever called someone a hobbit and like, oh, you're such a hobbit, like in a nice way? No, it's never.
well, I've never heard someone say, "Oh, you're a hobbit," in like, mean in either a good way or a bad way.
I've
never
heard.
I've never heard someone refer to someone as a hobbit.
Really?
Yeah.
I have. That's why. All right.
Bravo, you with the beard. Are you a magician?
Well,
What?
you might as well.
I'm both.
You're. You know what?
Okay, fine. You can be Finn. You can be Finn.
This is just a great episode. Well, you might say it.
Come to the circus and try out. She's inviting you to audition.
Up on stage? Are you kidding? Might as well feed me to a griffin.
I just realized my rhyming prose is terrible.
Yeah, both of ours pretty crap. Considering like we don't speak the way he does either.
I can't really do an Irish accent either, so that doesn't exactly help.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, got wrecked.
yep.
Ouch. So, anyways,
But yeah, I mean, I've never heard someone call somebody a hobbit. I've heard someone, I mean, I've been made fun of for having hobbit feet, like hairy feet.
that is actually a very weird thing to be called out on, though.
Yeah.
It's very random.
Yeah, no, it is absolutely random.
Yeah.
One time I was actually at a graduation party, and it was like a pool party, and this couple that we actually know of,
Oh, right.
yeah, they both collectively made fun of my hobbit feet, and I was like, really?
Wow.
What? Really?
Wow.
What's? I mean, I guess whatever gets them off, but like, you know, I guess they can see that as like foreplay or something. I don't freaking know. As you can tell, I don't like them very much.
Man. Are you doing lightning moves?
Yeah. Well, I gave him lightning attacks, so like all of his standard attacks just do lightning.
Right.
So.
Really just owning right now. A critical hit. It's
Oh,
super
well,
effective.
It's super effective, yeah. It actually has nothing to do with that. It's sort of like in Pokemon, it's just really random.
Okay, this is gonna also be really random, but
Okay.
you know we're already on a tangent.
Okay.
When you use a Pokemon move, right? On their
Pokemove.
when you did a move
Yeah.
on the opposing Pokemon,
Yeah.
and it was like a super effective. Like, remember that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about it the other day. There's like a very distinct sound that it makes.
Well, in the old Game Boy games,
Yeah, like
all the hit sounds made the same sound.
no the silver version. the
Oh,
next
I
gen.
never played.
Oh, you never
past-
played?
No.
Oh man. Hey, you
No,
missed out.
I was kind of past the Pokemon stage by that point. I was kind of.
Thanks.
As a little kid, I wasn't. I don't know. I just kind of like Pokemon kind of fell out for me a little bit, and that was like the beginning, I think, of like the Yu-Gi-Oh stage.
That's it kind of was because it was Pokemon.
Yeah.
And oh, do you remember the whole little like Digimon phase? That was like kind of like a thing.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
never really got into Digimon. I just couldn't get over the fact that everyone was like had Mon at the end of their name.
I don't know.
Agu Greymon.
Yeah, okay.
That's the only one I can remember. But like essentially all of them
It's
had
funny. You probably
Mons.
picked like one of the difficult ones to say.
No, there's actually a lot more difficult ones actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Escapes me. I don't remember. See, the thing is, I was never really invested into it at all. So
I remember one of the
Yes.
coolest ones that I could actually remember off the top of my head was actually like this Angel Soldier guy. I can't remember. It was like Angelmon.
Angelmon.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it's called. Leave a comment below if you know what I'm talking about and can correct me, because my memory as far as that goes is failing me. So.
Yeah,
Oh, look, a new monster.
All right, let's see. Let's name it.
He's a pig.
Pig?
He's a boar.
What's the pig's name from Charlotte's one? Can't remember.
Piglet?
Is it Piglet?
No, that's from Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Could we call him Boar's Head?
Sure. Boar's head.
Now every time we eat a sandwich,
I'll think of Boar's head.
we'll think of Boar's Head.
So yeah, Boar's head is weak to fire, so he's one of the few enemies in this dungeon who is actually weak to something not
You know, the whole snout thing kind of does resemble the boar's head.
Well, I mean, you do realize what he is, right?
Yeah.
He's a boar.
Yeah,
the
I know.
Boar's head is based on a boar.
No, I know. I know that how obvious and dumb that sounds. But
it's
just
true.
trying to give you some insight as to how I made that connection. Other than the fact that they, yes, are boars.
Okay.
All right, moving on. Keep this rolling. Pokemon, Digimon, and then it was Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
And man, the amount of money we spent on those cards.
I shouldn't say we spent on them. It's more like our parents did. No wonder they hated it so much.
I know. Can you imagine that? $5 here, $5 there, get a pack of cards.
I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh first started. I remember when I got my first pack. It was actually like I think it was $250.
$250. You got in early on that.
Yeah, I was really early. Yeah, it was even before they had the TV show even came to America or anything.
Wow, dang.
Yeah. Oh no, we'll never get through. Remember the door in the tree? What do we do?
Do not worry. Wait, see.
Yeah, Finn is excuse my French, but he's a bitch.
You know, I don't know how that saying came about.
Excuse my French?
Yeah.
I feel like it was like a Boston thing where they're just like...
Boston.
Again, it comes back to Boston. But yeah, it's just like, I think it was a Boston thing. It's like, I've heard people in Boston say it a lot. It's like, excuse my French, but, fuck you.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
But... Yep. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either.
That's one of those things where, you know, their meaning kind of got lost over time and everyone slowly forgot. Sort of like where the word fuck came from. Didn't your sister tell us where that came from?
Yeah, but then it turned out to be
from under the orders of the king or something like that.
But I don't know if that's actually true.
That could just be like some BS thing someone made up on the internet, and sort of like I remember reading somewhere that someone came up saying that the reason why your fingers get pruny after staying in the water for very long is because it's like biological adapting of the human body to be able to grip things better underwater, but that turned out to be completely false.
No, I like the one that you were telling about, you know, how your eyes sting underwater.
Wait, what?
Because you were saying about how it's not that chlorine that stings your eyes underwater.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, so it's like when you go into a chlorine pool and like, you know, you look underwater for a while and your eyes starts stinging and you get really red dry eyes at the end of it. It's not actually because of the chlorine. It's because the chlorine is kind of like a disinfectant, and it's essentially the different essentially impurities that are in the water that mix with the chlorine atoms together, and when they mix together and they go in your eyes, that's what causes irritation. So it's like a combination of like whatever's in your pool. So any fecal matter or piss or anything that's in your pool.
I thought you were say urine, but piss also works.
Yeah, piss.
Sweat.
Synonyms, my friend. Synonyms, my dear friend. So yeah, fun fact.
Yep. Even sweat too, right? You said.
Yeah, sweat, like anything. So we got a new enemy.
Ooh.
He's kind of like the gargoyle from last time, except he has wings.
He has wings. Okay.
And he's a lot uglier.
Yeah. I think he's gonna faint before I even come up with a name.
Yeah, I mean, actually, technically speaking, I mean, we gained a couple levels through all these battles, and if I actually used a couple of Auroras to upgrade one of her magic spells, I probably could have one hit KO her.
Wow.
Him. It.
It. Is it it?
I mean,
is it it?
I don't know. I don't know if gargoyles have genders. It's like, I mean, unless you watch. Did you ever watch that? Oh well, you didn't really have a childhood, but did you ever watch a TV show back in the day on Disney Channel called Gargoyles?
Nope.
Okay. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
All right. Well,
Clearly, I didn't have a childhood for all you guys watching.
leave a like
And
down
gals
below
watching.
if you know what I'm talking about and like gargoyles. It was kind of a, as a little kid, it actually kind of creeped me out
Yeah.
because it was really strange.
Okay, in terms of creep me out, don't look under the bed scared me.
Don't what?
Don't look under the bed.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That one scared me.
Yeah. What also scared me is Nightmare Before Christmas. There's like
Yeah.
there's a guy who has lines like it's like something along the lines of like I'm under the bed.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
when I watched that for the first time as a little kid. That freaked the crap out of me. But
Disney's not what it used to be. This show is.
well, I mean that was just Tim Burton. Tim Burton just like makes.
Oh
everything.
yes. Sorry. I was going off.
But it was Disney though.
Yeah.
It was Disney though. So we
Let's
have a new one. We have it's like the wolf from last time. So it's a Fire Jacob.
Fire Jacob. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Good. He's flaming. Red
If
hot
if I remember right, Fire Jacob kind of sucks.
Okay.
And by sucks, I mean he's a good enemy, but sucks to fight him.
Well, which is kind of funny because like in the book he kind of did.
He what?
All right. So for those of you watching, I had to take my sister to every single one of the Twilight movies. Okay. Now, that might sound far-fetched, like, oh, you secretly want to watch it. I can assure you that was not the case. I ended up watching all of them, so I do know probably more details about Twilight than I should.
Than you'd like to admit.
Than I'd like to admit, although I'm admitting it right now. Yeah. So anyway, in the book and movies,
Did you read the books too?
No, my sister was telling me this.
Oh. I
Um,
thought you were saying you actually read them too. And I was about to say,
man,
there's
I'm really divulging. way
There's
too
no
much
way you
information.
can defend that.
No, yeah, there's absolutely no way, no. But in the books and the movies, his character did like heat up because wolves are technically body temperature warmer.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they're dogs.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of fitting. You know, that whole story was pretty irrelevant. I didn't have to say it, and I didn't have to really just.
All right.
go
Well,
out
then
there.
we'll just cut it out.
All right, cool. We'll just get out.
So I'm gonna upgrade some of these skills. So this is the one I was telling you about. Level 2 Starlight.
Right.
So
Just rhymed.
what?
Like level 2 Starlight.
Oh
Right.
yeah, right. Because, yeah, if you actually look, the spell power goes from 20 to 30.
Ah, I see.
I should probably use the other characters' stuff too. Yeah. And alright. So on that note, before we fight the next Fire Jacob, I think I'm gonna end it off here. So thank you guys so much for watching. You know, just tune back in for the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Da-da-da-da.
Wait, what are we doing?